This video will look at 10 strange disappearances. Let us know in the comments if you have heard of these disappearances and if you have your own theories on what happened. Disappearance 1, D.B. Cooper, 1971. Events: D.B. Cooper hijacked a plane, extorted ransom money, and parachuted out over the Pacific Northwest. After the plane landed for refueling, Cooper allowed passengers and crew to disembark. He then demanded $200,000 in parachutes, which were delivered. Cooper later jumped from the plane with the money and vanished. Despite an extensive search, neither Cooper nor most of the ransom money has ever been found. Theory: One theory is that D.B. Cooper did not survive the parachute jump and succumbed to the elements in the wilderness. Another theory suggests that he may have successfully evaded capture and lived under an assumed identity. Disappearance 2, Amy Bradley, 1998. Events: Amy Bradley disappeared from a cruise ship while traveling with her family in the Caribbean. Before her disappearance, she was seen by crew members in the early hours of the morning. She was last seen on the ship's deck by her brother. There have been reported sightings of Bradley in various places, including Barbados, although none have been confirmed. Theory: One theory suggests that Amy Bradley may have been abducted and trafficked after disappearing from the cruise ship, possibly being held against her will in different locations. Disappearance 3, Brian Schaefer, 2006. Events: Brian Schaefer disappeared after a night out with friends in Columbus, Ohio. Surveillance footage captured him entering a bar but not leaving. His friends reported him missing the next day after he failed to meet up with them. Despite extensive searches, including an analysis of the bar's surveillance footage and interviews with witnesses, no trace of Brian Schaefer has ever been found. Theory: One theory proposes that Brian Schaefer may have encountered foul play inside the bar, possibly involving individuals he interacted with that night. Disappearance 4, Brandon Lawson, 2013. Events: Brandon Lawson disappeared after running out of gas on a remote highway in Texas. Before his disappearance, he made a frantic 911 call reporting that he was being chased and needed help. When his truck was found, it appeared abandoned, and there were no signs of Brandon. Despite searches by law enforcement and volunteers, Brandon Lawson remains missing. Theory: A theory suggests that Brandon Lawson may have encountered danger on the highway, possibly from individuals he encountered or from the rugged terrain itself. Disappearance 5, Stephen Kabatsky, 1978. Events: Stephen Kabatsky disappeared while cross-country skiing in Michigan. Over a year later, he was found in Colorado, confused and unable to explain where he had been. Before his disappearance, Stephen had been skiing with his family when he vanished without a trace. His reappearance raised more questions than answers, as he had no memory of the missing time. Theory: Some theorize that Stephen Kabatsky may have experienced amnesia or a psychological breakdown that led to his disappearance and subsequent reemergence. Disappearance 6, Tara Calico, 1988. Events: Tara Calico disappeared while cycling near her home in New Mexico. Before her disappearance, she had gone out for a bike ride and never returned. A year later, a Polaroid photo surfaced showing two unidentified individuals, one of whom resembled Tara, bound and gagged. Despite extensive investigations and searches, Tara Calico has never been found. Theory: One theory is that Tara Calico may have been abducted based on the Polaroid photo, which could suggest she was held captive by unknown individuals. Disappearance 7, Ray Gricker, 2005. Events: Ray Gricker, a district attorney in Pennsylvania, disappeared after taking a day off from work. Before his disappearance, his car was found abandoned in a parking lot near the Susquehanna River. His laptop was later recovered from the river without its hard drive. Despite searches by law enforcement and private investigators, Ray Gricker's fate remains unknown. Theory: There are theories that Ray Gricker may have intentionally disappeared, possibly due to stress or personal reasons. Another theory suggests he may have been a victim of foul play related to his work as a district attorney. Disappearance 8, Lars Mittank, 2014. Events: Lars Mittank disappeared from an airport in Bulgaria after exhibiting paranoid behavior. Before his disappearance, he had traveled with friends but became anxious and paranoid, leading him to separate from them and seek medical attention at the airport clinic. He was last seen on CCTV footage, running out of the airport terminal. Despite sightings and theories, Lars Mittank has not been located. Theory: One theory proposes that Lars Mittank may have experienced a mental health crisis or paranoia that led him to flee the airport, possibly into unfamiliar or dangerous territory. Disappearance 9, Jim Thompson, 1967. Events: Jim Thompson disappeared while on a walk in Malaysia's Cameron Highlands. Before his disappearance, he had been staying at a cottage and went out for a walk. When he did not return, a search was launched, but no trace of him was found. Jim Thompson was a renowned businessman who revitalized the Thai silk industry, and his disappearance remains a mystery. Theory: Some speculate that Jim Thompson may have encountered foul play, possibly related to local disputes or business dealings in Malaysia. Disappearance 10, Frederick Valentic, 1978. Events: Frederick Valentic, an Australian pilot, disappeared while flying over the Bass Strait. Before his disappearance, he reported seeing an unidentified aircraft hovering near him and describing it as not an aircraft. His final transmission indicated he was experiencing engine problems. Despite an extensive search, neither Frederick Valentic nor his plane has been found. Theory: One theory suggests that Frederick Valentic may have encountered an unidentified flying object, UFO, or experienced an aviation accident, leading to his disappearance. Another theory speculates he staged his disappearance, but no conclusive evidence supports either theory. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.